Sean Payton, Denver Broncos head coach, told us at the Super Bowl they haven't even had quarterback meetings yet. They haven't even looked. He said he didn't even know the numbers of some of these kids that are available in the draft.
That struck me as odd.
I don't know. He's just finishing up evaluations. They haven't even had their evaluations, so you can't ascribe to them the trading up, trading down, or anything like that. Russell Wilson goes on the I Am Athlete podcast and basically says they tried to get me to remove my injury guarantee and threatened to bench me over it, and didn't tell him until 2 days before the Monday night game in Buffalo that he was going to start, that they didn't get their ducks in a row about carrying through on apparently a threat to bench him, which they eventually did, as we know. So it sounds ugly. He did, however, say, Russ, that he wasn't selling his house. His house is not for sale in Denver. So what that means is he'd rather his contract agent have more leverage than his real estate agent right now. Although it might help both. Might help both. Hey.
I mean, his house is literally listed on Zillow and Redfin.
Yeah. So whatever, person who's trying to give Russ less than the zestimate for his house. You like that? Hey, I might not move. I might be a Bronco. So I'm going to give leverage to my contract agent and my real estate agent. All right?
That's bad.
He still has zeal to play for the Broncos. But what about the Broncos for him? The current plan at the quarterback spot, Sean Payton asked about that.
I expect that we're going to know fairly quickly. I said it's a Super Bowl, but I think more specifically, I think somewhere in the neighborhood next week, we're going to. There's a couple factors here. Obviously the cap projections came out. We're further down the road with the draft class. Obviously the pro free agents. So I would anticipate it being within the next 2 weeks. I saw this humorous meme the other day where there's a Bronco fan with a shirt on, and there was 8 quarterbacks names with a cross through it, and he's drinking the quarterback Kool-Aid, and our job is to make sure that this next one doesn't have a line through it.
This next one doesn't have a line through it. Can you look up that meme? Was Russell Wilson's name already crossed out?
Yeah, good question. Because there's the famous Browns one.
Well, that was the one with. Well, that wasn't crossed out. It was just names that just were draped down, and there was until it was such a long thing. It looked like a tail.
There was
such a long list
names on that thing.
Yeah, I don't think Russ is going to be the answer here. I don't think this is happening. I mean, for him to say, we got to make sure the next one, does that mean they're going to draft one at 12? If I'm them, I'm trading up. I trade up. Go find a kid you like and go get him. And that's it. And then Russ will get cut, and he's going to be $39 million on your cap this year, and you're going to pay him to go play somewhere else, and you'll let the dice roll there. And I think the ownership group of the Denver Broncos kind of know, you hired Sean Payton for a reason. It's to make the tough decisions, and it's to put it out there that I don't think he's going to be there.
The best thing about us, though, is it's about us.
Well, I mean, and the crazy thing is about Russ is the last 2 combines have been about how the hell is he going to come back this year. Well, how about this one? 2 years ago, it was, where's he going to go? Because he's probably not going to be with Seattle anymore. Then he goes to Denver. And then last year, it's how terrible was that? And how's he going to come back from it? And the crazy thing is the first 10 combines of his career, it was all about how are we going to find another one like him in the 3rd round, 75th overall, a crown jewel of a franchise found in the middle of the 3rd round. Everybody was trying to find themselves the next Russell Wilson for the first 10 years of his career at the combine. That was a story. And then the next one was who's going to get Russ and win championships, and how will he continue an ascent His playing career is basically like the 2023 Eagles. Winning for the first 2/3, and then the last third, it's been like, what the hell was that all about? And who's the real one? The first 2/3 of what we've seen over the last couple of years. Which is why he says he wants to win 2 more. I just don't think that's going to be with the Denver Broncos. Certainly when the coach is like, we got to make sure the next one doesn't have his name crossed off. Because the current one, it sounds like he's got his name crossed off. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.